if you are new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you and welcome back. Today I will be making country fried steak. For my country fried steak, you will need 2 eggs beaten, 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 1 cup of milk, 1 cup of breadcrumbs, 8 cube steaks, 1 teaspoon of seasoning salt, 1 tablespoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of paprika, a half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. For the gravy, you will need 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter, a half a cup of heavy whipping cream, 1/3 cup of all-purpose flour, 1½ cups of oil. You will need salt and pepper to taste and some oil. We're going to start by preparing our cube steak. You will take a piece of your cube steak, lay it on the plastic, put a little salt and pepper on it. Cover it with another piece of plastic, and then you will beat the meat until it is thin. Then you will turn the meat over. Put some salt and pepper on this side. And beat this side also. You're beating the cube steak so you can tenderize it, and it will also cook faster the thinner it is. Once you have beaten both sides of your cube steak, you will take it and put it on a plate, and you will do the same thing with the rest of your steaks. Now we are going to mix the 1 cup of milk in with the 2 beaten eggs. Now we are going to mix all of our spices in with our 1 cup of all-purpose flour. Then we are going to take our 1 cup of breadcrumbs and mix in with the flour and spices. Now that we have our seasoned flour and breadcrumbs and our milk and egg mixture, we are going to take 1 of our cube steak, put it in the egg, make sure you get it all covered. Then we are going to put it into the seasoned flour breadcrumb mixture. We need to make sure that we have it completely covered with the mixture. I'm going to shake that off a little bit, and we will do this for all of the pieces of our cube steak. Now that I have all my cube steak coated, it is time to fry them up. The first thing we're going to do is to turn our oven on 200 degrees. We're going to turn the eye onto medium heat and put about a 1/4 inch of oil in our skillet. Now that our pan is warm, we are going to put our cube steak in the oil, and we do not want to crowd these because we want these to brown. We will let them cook for about 5 minutes on each side or until they are golden brown. Now that these cube steaks have been cooking for about 5 minutes, I'm going to flip them over and cook them for another 5 minutes on this side. Now that these have been cooking for 5 minutes on this side, I will take them out and I will put it onto a baking dish. And I will put some more in the skillet to cook. And for these that I took out, I'm going to put it in my 200-degree oven to keep them warm while I cook the rest of the cube steak. these have been cooking for about 5 minutes, I'm going to flip them over and cook this side for about 5 minutes also. These have been cooking for about 5 minutes on this side. I am going to put them on my baking dish. Put a couple more cube steak into my skillet. I'm going to fry these for 5 minutes on this side, and I'm going to put my baking dish back into the 200-degree oven. Now that these have been cooking for about 5 minutes on this side, I'm going to turn them over. And I'm going to cook them for 5 minutes on this side. Now that these have been cooking for about 5 minutes on this side, I am going to take them out, put them on my baking dish. I'm going to put this back into the oven, and I'm going to start making my gravy. Keeping my heat on medium heat, I am going to take about 2 tablespoons of the oil out of the pan that I fried the cube steaks in. And then I'm going to put my 2 tablespoons of butter in, and I'm going to melt the butter. My butter is melted, I'm going to add my 1/3 cup of flour. I'm going to mix that up well. Now that I have mixed the flour well with the oil, I am going to cook this for about 2 minutes, constantly stirring. At this point, we want to put some salt and pepper in our roux, and we will continue to stir this for another minute. Now at this point, once your roux gets to be a light brown, you want to add your milk and your heavy cream into the roux. And then we will stir this constantly until it gets to the desired thickness that you like. Now that our gravy is not too thin but not thick, it is time to plate. I paired my country fried steak with a salad, some corn muffins, and some mashed potatoes. If you're ever in the mood for an easy southern dinner, you should give this recipe a try. You and your family will love it, I guarantee it. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, share it with your friends, comment down below what you want to see me cook next, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.